Hello and welcome to Jim Henson's Labyrinth, the adventure game. Today, helping us out, we have Flintlocks and Fireballs, who we previously made characters with on a previous episode. So if you haven't already, you can check that out if you need some advice on making characters. But otherwise, let's dive in, give our names and our characters and sort of maybe a little bit about them. So starting with you, Robbie.
Hi, I'm Robbie. I will be playing Leaf the Horned Beast, who is good at controlling plants, sneaking and hiding, but is very forgetful and very big.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I will be playing Scrog the Very Pointy Goblin.
Hello, I'm Ellie. I'm going to be playing Sir Robin, who is a Knight of Yore. Basically looks like a cat in plate armour, and is a big old coward, basically.
Hello, I'm Jason, and I'll be playing Mrs. Worm. Hello. Who's a worm. Who's married.
Okay, I'll be playing Marlus, the Goblin King.
Ooh.
And I will be controlling this plane of existence and being all of your trials and tribulations. Our story begins in darkness. And the only being in existence, as far as you can tell, is Sir Robin, the cat, the Knight of Yore. And as you sort of become aware of a sense of self, the world around you sort of envelops and creates itself. You are in a great field that you can see many goblin warriors lying on the floor, as well as other knights of yore. It seems that this is the place of a great battle. The only other figure sort of standing on this battlefield is an impossibly tall man with slender limbs and fingers. He wears a green sort of military jacket, some Napoleonic style, and a crown made of silver. He turns to you and he says, "This is all your fault, Sir Robin."
Well, yes, it is sort of my job. Night battles. That's what we do here. Is that frowned upon in these parts?
Indeed.
What do you want me to do about it?
Do not worry. It is not for you to do anything. I will solve this situation myself. You just sit there and do nothing, as I take from you your greatest weapon.
What, my big sword?
What use is a sword without the will to wield it, Sir Robin? And he looks you sort of straight in the eye. You sort of notice that the whites of his eyes are more of a pale blue, glittering, and you can sort of get the sense that they perhaps go on deeper and longer than a mortal being's should. Mm-hmm. As you sort of look into those eyes, you feel something that you've never felt before, sort of a quivering in your stomach, a fluttering in your heart, a fear that you've never known. You've faced countless beasts, I'm sure, gone on hundreds of adventures, and this feeling has never washed over you as it does now. He says, now you begin to understand.
What did you do?
I have merely retrieved something from you. Your courage is now mine. But I am not an unfair ruler. I shall give you a chance to retrieve your courage. As he says this, he steps to one side. Though he is impossibly thin, somehow a gigantic grandfather clock was hidden behind him. Some trick of the perspective, you're sure. And he looks to the clock, a clock which, as you look closer, notice has 13 hours rather than 12. Puts his hand on the hour hand and twirls it entirely round. Actually going anti-clockwise, that'd be going backwards, wouldn't it? And looks to you and says, if you can find me in 13 hours, in my throne room, in the Goblin Castle, in the Goblin City, at the centre of my labyrinth, you may have your courage back, and you may do what you will with it.
How am I supposed to get my courage back without my courage? Sort of, paradox situation going on here.
That is your problem to solve.
Right, I'm going to run now because you're terrifying. I run away and drop myself.
You hear his maniacal sort of laughter following you as you run. As you run, your feet sort of seem to get in front of each other. You trip and you feel sort of something sharp hit into your side. But you get up, you carry on running, you trip again, you feel something sharp, exactly the same spot. And the world sort of starts to fade away as you realise that the thing you're feeling isn't you tripping and hitting something, but a small and curious creature prodding you awake.
Who are you? You're pointy.
Hey,
You're really, really pointy. What is this?
I'm Scrog.
You're going to hurt me. Those points are hurting people, aren't they?
No. It's just armour. I'm not like this underneath.
Why would you want to be that pointy?
Sort of goes with the job.
What's the job?
Goblin.
Do all goblins have to be pointy?
Varying levels of pointing. I kind of excel in that area, it would seem.
Okay. Are you gonna hurt me with the points, or are we cool?
No. We're all okay.
I'm Sir Robin. Hi.
Hello. He holds out a very long, pointy-fingered hand.
I'm kind of like really quickly shaking them like
All firm grip. Now.
So, how are you? What's going on? Where are we?
Well, we're in the Labyrinth.
The Labyrinth? That sounds terrifying.
Yes.
As you sort of look around you, you'll both see indeed the labyrinth sprawling sort of in front of you. From your sort of vantage point on this hill, you can see almost the entirety of it, with rings of stone walls, hedge mazes, even a wilderness, and in the very centre, the Goblin City.
Okay, this is really big and we're going to get lost and this is horrifying. This sort of thing is usually fine. Oh, wow. I have a problem. I have a really big problem.
He stole something from you, didn't he?
How do you know?
Sort of, one of his major pastimes.
That's his thing, is it? He likes stealing.
Yeah, a bit of a kleptomaniac, to be honest.
It's a scary word.
Yeah. He has a big collection of stuff. All things that were not his originally, but he's taken from various different people.
Right, could courage be stuff?
Yes. I think he once stole someone's good judgment.
Wow.
And
That'd be worse. Maybe that would be worse.
Well, it wasn't very
Can't
good
tell.
for
My
them.
judgment's never been that good. So he said I had 13 hours. Is that how it usually works? You know stuff, right?
Yeah. That's usually he does like his games.
Games.
Yes.
Oh dear. Oh, this is a lot. I'm going to sit down. Just like start.
Again, sort of
It's never happened to me before. I'm sorry.
trying to find the least spiky part of their body and sort of like very awkwardly on the...
It like puffs up when you touch them.
There.
Don't get him wrong, it's still spiky.
There.
The fur's just like really big. I'm imagining for some reason ginger cat. Don't know why.
I was imagining ginger
Yeah,
as
maybe.
well.
Maybe it's because I'm a bit ginger. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, yeah, it's just this like puffed
Throwback
up
to
cat.
Susan.
We're hyperventilating. Right. How does this usually start? Is there like a place? Is there one of these directions? Do you know if it's right?
Yeah. Hang on. He sort of scratches it as left and right and back and forward and up and down.
Too many.
Yeah.
Which one's first?
This way.
Okay.
And
Are you going too? Are you coming with me? It'd be nice to have somebody, even though you're a bit pointy. You've not done anything terrible so far.
yes,
so.
yes. Well, I need to get to the castle as well because there's something of mine that I want in there.
What is it?
It's my bubble sword.
Bubble sword.
Yes. It was it was treasure.
Sword sounds scary, but bubble doesn't. So, is it scary or is it not scary?
Oh, it's not scary at all. You can wave it about, and it makes large, long, foamy bubbles.
Sounds. Why did you nick it? Is he just mean?
Well, it sort of goes with the job, but yeah, I don't think he really knows what he has there. To be honest.
I could take a second, step back and look at you properly up and down and go, "You like bubbles?"
Yeah, bit of a problem as I'm sure you can appreciate.
Yeah, lots of spikes.
Yes.
Yeah. You
No.
should get some new armour.
He won't let me
seems
take this armour off.
counterproductive.
It's sort of it's like uniform or whatever.
Oh, that seems double mean.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to stay with you because you're really spiky, so I figure anything that comes for us, we could just put you, if it's coming towards us, you spikes.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Yeah, right. Let's go the way that you think, because all of them look generically horrifying to me. So,
Right.
You get to pick. Congrats.
Sure, I remember this.
So,
Okay.
sort of scrabbling down the hill, approaching the labyrinth,
Very
you will
slowly.
you will see a great wall up in front of you that extends miles to the left, miles to the right, and there doesn't seem to be sort of any entrances or holes in the wall that you can see. In front is a stone-lined pool of water, and the part of the wall does appear to be sort of covered in moss, and on a rock nearby, sitting, is a dwarf in a poncho, sitting on the rock. He appears to be sort of fiddling with a long pipe, and he sort of notes your passing.
Talking smoking pipe or
A smoking
music?
pipe, yeah.
Smoking pipe. Okay.
And he sort of notes you as you appear. There's, "Hey up, what's all this?"
Hello. What have you got in that pipe? Is it anything that can kill us? Because I feel like it is.
I mean, yeah, but over the course of 50 years. Don't
smoke it. It suddenly feels like one of those road safety videos. So don't cross the road unprotected. So if I breathe any in, I'm not just going to die, because I just feel like I'm dying generally.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Noises. Okay. Do you...
Puts the pipe away and just folds it under his poncho, seems to disappear, and he sticks out a grubby, stubby hand for you to shake. Says, "My name's Gloam. That's Leaf."
Very hesitantly put out a hand again, quickly shake it and let go. This is Scrog.
Yeah.
He's pointy.
Yes.
Really pointy.
Hollow.
So the patch of moss on the wall is not actually a patch of moss.
Ah, cool.
Peel away from the wall.
Start screaming.
You are small.
Yeah, you're really big. Are
And you're not.
Yes.
you like scary big or are you like slow, nice big? What are we talking?
Yes.
Which was I said like A or B, and you said yes.
What were the options?
Nice, not nice.
Don't worry about Leaf. Leaf wouldn't hurt a fly. Unless, of course, the fly didn't know it was there.
Okay, I'm gonna stay behind you in case the big thing goes for me or something. How do people work without courage? How does life work? Wait, this doesn't make any sense.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
You're very small.
Yeah.
Yes, you're very big. Did we do this? Did this already happen? I have deja vu. Did this happen already?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Leaf is, well,
Hello.
I'm Glow.
4 hours.
We've been working together for quite some time now. It's our job to, keep unwanted folk out of the labyrinth, and those who want to enter the labyrinth with good reason, we decide which door they enter by.
We both have good reasons. We need to get into this terrifying place that I don't want to go into. We need to get into it.
You're like bouncers, except in your case more sort of a splatter.
I have a door.
Oh, do you?
Is it a good door or a bad door?
Oh, Loma, Leaf's door is terrible door.
Why is
Awful
it
door.
terrible? What's behind it? Is it monsters?
Yeah, monsters. Terrible monsters. My door. Nice, lovely stuff.
What's
Mostly
behind
stuff.
your door?
Stuff.
Some things, but mostly stuff.
There's a door. This side, door.
Yeah.
Other side, door.
All right.
It's got 2 sides.
Monsters?
There's a door.
Right.
I've got a door.
Yeah. I sense we might be at an impasse here.
I had an idea. Do either of the doors have a keyhole?
As you sort of have a look at the doors, so you notice that these doors didn't appear to be there until you sort of looked specifically for them.
Oh, I hate it when they do that.
A shift of perspective. Leaf's door is a carved stone door overgrown with moss, whereas Gloam's door is old wooden with sort of rusty metal supports. Gloam's door does have a big sort of keyhole in it, big lock, and he'll sort of grab his poncho, rearranged it, and say, we've nearly 500 passers by. Every single one chosen my door.
Have any of them come back?
Well, I mean that's neither here nor there.
All of them
really.
have chosen your door and none of them have come back. I see a flaw in this plan.
It's not really his department, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm entrances.
You've
Really.
never questioned that no one's come back.
I assume they've all just enjoyed the labyrinth. It's a riot in there, I hear.
Is
Like-
this...
Riots, like the people breaking things and running around and screaming, right?
Yeah,
That's usually
tons
what
of
that
fun.
word means.
Oh dear.
I like
Just gonna
fun.
hide behind Pointy Goblin.
Doors are fun.
Yeah?
Yes. So your door's a fun door.
Yes.
Right. Fun door, riot door. Fun sounds less scary than riot.
It isn't the indoor and the outdoor. Oh, well, they're both in and outdoors at the same time. Oh.
I feel like the fun
Big
door is the door we
thoughts.
use in case of fun.
In case it's too much fun and you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. The game might be too much fun. We might all have to leave. I like the sound
that's fair now.
of fun more than riots. Personally.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal opinion. Don't come for me or anything.
Yeah.
I like doors.
Do you like doors?
Do you know of other doors?
I like this particular door.
What
That
is-
door, rubbish.
Is it...
What does their door go to? in your opinion?
Oh, I mean, they both go to the same place.
Yeah, I was going to say they're side by side. It's just, although that's not actually a always guarantee.
Right. How do we know we can trust you?
I'm Gloom! I've got a very trustworthy face.
I've
Look
got
at
a
it.
face.
Does his face look trustworthy? like, can I try and make a decision on this?
No, it doesn't look like a trustworthy face.
You know, strangely, I'm not reassured.
Would you buy a used car from this person?
No, I wouldn't.
Ah.
I think the engine would be full of sawdust and sugar and stuff. Do we have cars in this world?
I said
don't know.
cars.
Sure.
Oh, right, okay. I think, yeah.
And the horse would be full of
The horse would be full of
Horse.
Yeah.
sawdust.
Full sawdust.
It'd be a false
that
horse.
would
There'd just
be
be two
bad.
little gnomes inside with like pedals.
Just a rocking
I'm
horse.
sorry for the one that's the back.
Yes.
That gnome's having a bad day.
Yeah.
Maybe the front door and not the right door from the person who says he has a trustworthy face, which is usually a bad sign.
Hello.
Are you
You're very small.
coming through the door with us? Because you're big.
I like doors.
You want to come? You're really big.
Yeah, you've been here for so long. Do you want to actually see what is on the other side of this door?
There's a door on the other side.
You want to see what's past the door?
There's other things. There's usually other things on the sides of doors besides more door.
Yes.
Also, you're really big and you're really spiky, so if you two go in front of me, everything will be fine, yeah?
Yes.
Unless something creeps up on us from behind.
You can go behind, you can go in front, I'll go in the middle, and then you'll both die first, so everything will be okay.
I have issues with this plan.
It will probably be fine. Should we all go together?
All right.
Just one more thing. If you go through my door, I'll let you have something from the pool.
What's in the pool? Scary fish?
Stuff and things. Nothing. Well,
Oh, I like things and also stuff.
yeah, nothing dangerous. So
I like things.
free gift
Like
with the
things.
use of my door, whereas that door, nothing.
No free gifts.
So,
Do we like gifts?
unless,
What do
of
we
course,
think?
you can give them something.
Leaves.
That's lovely.
Can I have a look over at the pool to see if there's anything actually in it?
So as you take a look at the pool, you see the water is clear, and at the bottom of the pool there appears to be a sort of small leather bag.
Well, if we go through that door, you're getting the bag out the pool because I just feel like there's loads of scary fish in there. So yeah, that's your job. Also, you can probably spike them with your spiky fingers. So.
Looking at the fingers, some of which would probably be shaped a little bit like a fishing hook.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
it's
cute.
just like it's the impractical Dreadlord armor problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Very much so.
if you ever lift your shoulders up, you'll
Oh no!
every day.
Oh.
I can't be indecisive about anything.
That's the saddest. Oh.
I like gifts.
Okay, if we go through his door, you have to go first because you're big. Yeah.
Will I fit through the doors?
I think with a bit of
Maneuvering.
manoeuvring. Whether the door will be the same shape after you've been through it is
Yes, we've
Walk,
seen.
keep walking.
yeah, is another story. But you reckon you could get through.
You go first.
Okay.
Yes.
Gifts.
Uh,
And if you
Reach
die,
down.
we'll go through the other door. Fine.
so as you sort of reach into the stone-lined pool, sort of leaning over to get the thing, you almost lose your balance, but manage to snag the bag, which sort of when pulled up, sort of seems to be quite a wet bag of marbles.
Ooh.
Well, someone obviously lost these.
Don't want to lose your marbles.
I'm going to carefully open the top of the bag and have a look at them.
Yeah, so mostly the clear type with the sort of cat's eye
Okay.
in the middle, few red, few blue, and nice collection of
Fun
Marbles.
Is there like one of those ones that's just like full of glitter?
yeah, it's exactly one, but it's a different size from the rest.
Oh yeah, always is like slightly bigger.
Yeah.
A little marble collection.
Whilst you were sort of doing that, Gloam has been sort of pops off his rock, fiddles around underneath his poncho, comes out with a comically oversized iron key, and says, come on, you'll be 501. and goes up to his door and sort of pulls the key sort of 3 times as a sort of ominous clunk as the as the lock unlocks, takes the key, opens the door and sort of bows, spreading his arm.
Squeeze through the door.
I go in the middle of the pair of them. Because then things approaching behind and in front.
Get spiked.
I'm in the middle.
So as Leaf sort of makes his way through the door, you'll see on the other side is the start of the sort of stone walls, so thin corridors of many sort of different walls, paved floors, and the first thing you'll see is to your left, in the wall you just came from, is a door sort of covered in moss, exactly the same door that you were guarding.
Was that your door?
Yes.
You were moss before. Is there like another big creature that's the moss? Is that real moss or is that another you?
I'm going to touch the moss. Just moss.
The moss sort of greets you in its mossy way, sort of sponging affectionately out towards your hand.
Moss doesn't usually move, does it? Does it
Yes.
move? Is it friendly moss?
Indifferent.
Well, I mean,
It's an
Well,
ambivalent moss.
Indifferent's fine.
I mean,
Good.
looking at them, they look like the sort of person you ought to know.
It's a moss or leaf?
Leaf.
Yeah, why not?
Come with us, moss.
You can definitely collect some moss.
Oh,
Moss.
I'm sure that'll come in
you've got a
useful.
bag of moss.
Yes.
Nice our equipment.
And so you are now within the labyrinth. Do you go left or do you go right?
How tall are the walls?
The walls look to be about 10 feet tall.
How tall am I?
Well,
I'm a cat, so probably really short.
Yeah.
I'm good at jumping. I was wondering if I could jump up and see what's over the top, but I think maybe 10 feet's a bit high, like 4 times,
You can
5
climb
times
like a
my height.
cat, you know.
Yeah. No, I think I'm too scared to climb. I think I can jump more, but which is less terrifying, left or right?
Left.
Take your word for it. Great. They both look the same to me.
The old communist refrain: if in doubt, go left.
so you head left and continue sort of following the corridor. There seem to be a few other twists and turns. You see a few other crossroads with nothing to sort of denote which way might be the right way to go. Are you just choosing corridors randomly, or are you sort of following the always follow left path? Or
I'm trying to see if I remember this particular part of the labyrinth, because presumably, being a goblin here, I've been on patrols and various different things, getting rid of vagrants or anything like that.
but, okay, so actually, could you roll me a difficulty 5 remembering check? So basically, that is roll a d6 and you'll want a 5 up.
Okay.
Fairly tricky.
Yeah.
5.
No.
that's a four.
No, you have no idea.
So as you're sort of wandering along, sort of going, oh, this wall looks familiar, but I've never seen that wall before in my life. You
Wait,
sort of-
no, this wall was on completely the other side last time I saw it.
Do the walls move? Are we going to be crushed by walls?
Not crash, but they do tend to wander about a bit sometimes.
Right, okay, good. Everything's fine.
As you're sort of wondering, you almost sort of in your daze walk into what appears to be a long suspension bridge crossing the width of the labyrinth, or the corridor even. As you sort of focus on it, you'll see that there are so many more suspension bridges sort of crossing, and what appears to be a ramshackle but also very, very small city covering sort of both walls with bridges going between them, sort of completely blocking your path. Sort of cheerful buzz fills the air as you sort of hear a little trumpet, high-pitched voices humming and chatting, and from the walls and the buildings come dozens of worms.
Hello.
Who peer at you curiously, and indeed one says hello.
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 Oh.
Come inside.
Hi.
Have some tea.
Okay.
Are you gonna Does it fit? Like, how does this work?
No.
You're trying
Just staring at it.
It's like, oh. I would have thought, oh no, I can't. I was going to invite you in, but my husband tried to invite this big girl in the other day, and we've lost the tea set and most of the house.
Oh.
Oh.
Where did it go to?
I don't know, we lost it. It's this little, you can see peering over the bridge, there is this about 4-inch long worm, lavender and peach skin, little worm ridges, curly purple hair under a bright yellow dress with a bow. Sorry, bright little yellow sun hat with a bow, and she's got a yellow dress as well.
Oh, a worm in a
How
dress.
shiny is your armour, Sir Robin?
Pretty shiny.
Yeah, I think she's admiring herself in the reflection.
Aw.
Why are you looking at me? You planning on hurting me? What are you doing?
Well, maybe the tea set went up to the castle as well. A lot
Very shiny.
there.
I am shiny. Is shiny bad? Do people not like shiny here? Should I be worried?
Straightening her hat.
Oh, right. You got the mirror. Yep.
How do you keep your armour that shiny?
The tiny rope comes down and just joins you on your breastplate. Just like, oh yeah,
You're not gonna crawl in, are you?
She's got tiny stubby arms, no legs.
I said rust when I got it.
Just don't crawl down my plate armor, okay?
Why? What's down here?
No. Pear fluffs up, flops up.
So a worm sort of peers over the bridge. He's got a big, for a worm, moustache and a top hat. And he twirls his moustache and says, Mrs. Worm, what do we have here? What are these big ones doing here?
Oh, well, they're being very shiny, Mayor Worm.
I see. Well,
That
You'd be
one's
less
not so
shiny. If you want us to be less shiny, we can be less shiny. That's fine.
I don't really care for your reflective qualities, but if you could go do it somewhere else.
That is the plan. We want to go to the Goblin King because he's nicked some stuff from us.
Oh, Goblin King, yes. That way, I believe. And he points sort of beyond the bridges. He says, but, well, the way is blocked and there's no possible way for you to get through, so you should probably find some other way past.
That's unfortunate.
Not
What happened?
sagely.
Says, well, our bridges sort of cover the pass, and it's a dreadful bother to lift them up. Economic strife, there's traffic jams constantly. So really,
It's a lot of red tape.
Exactly. We prefer to keep them down, and well, you understand.
Well, I suppose one way to prevent traffic jams is to prevent traffic.
Traffic is the lifeblood of any civilization. 'Tis the mark of a great city is a great traffic jam.
Traffic is the worst kind of jam.
I like jam.
You like jam? Maybe we could get you some jam?
Come inside, have some jam. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Was your jam lost as well?
It was by the tea set.
Oh.
Maybe,
As is only civil.
Of
of
course.
course. Maybe the Goblin King has your jam and your tea in your house. And is your husband still in there? Is that okay?
Answers up. Mr. Worm!
Hello.
He says hello.
Tell him we said hello.
They say hello!
Wave.
Don't know why they're putting the H on.
I made some new friends.
Yeah.
Do they want to come in for a cup of...
Oh.
no.
Oh.
They both in
So
time
sad.
shake their heads.
Oh.
I feel like a tea set is like a big part of your identity here. We should really find that. Is there a way we can get across this trafficy, horrifying, high up, terrifying, scary bridge?
Well, if you were willing to make it worth my while, our while as a civilization, some sort of duty, a tax, a toll to cross the bridges.
What kind of taxes do you normally...
Well,
Moss.
boss.
can look at your reflection in my armour.
Oh.
If you don't like that shiny thing, I've got a whole bag full of shiny things here.
Interesting. I can see how all of these I would make a grand addition to the Central Park. But, the marbles, less so. It's
People might fall over if you have too many marbles in your park.
We have been having that problem with street lighting. You know, not enough reflection.
That's true. Yes. Yes, a few of the marbles could certainly make it worth our while. Ooh, especially that glittery one. How marvellous.
That one is pretty.
He puts them down on the floor, they immediately start rolling away.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I think in fact they start rolling and sort of one of them falls onto one of the bridges and like a marble set.
Oh, yeah.
Mousetrap!
He says, oh no! Oh, quickly, emergency! Open the bridges! And indeed, as he shouts that, you hear sort of open the bridges, open the bridges, open the bridges, and the bridges each start to sort of drawbridge up, pulling up, and revealing the way. So I think for you guys, it would be very easy to pass through. For Leaf, I think if you wanted to pass through, then there might be a bit of a tummy pulling in check.
Yes.
We can push you from the back.
I'm actually. Can I try and provide assistance by giving you some little dance moves? You've got to sort of wiggle like this and you wiggle like that, and if you're very careful, you'll squeeze across and don't break that flat.
Definitely. So normally this would be sort of difficulty 3. I'm going to drop that down to 2 for the help with the
Very important.
3!
the anything but a 1 roll. Very important you don't say anything but a 1 before rolling.
Yes.
So yeah, I think you managed to sort of tuck yourself in, squeeze on through. You sort of your eye level sees through sort of a few sort of tall, flat buildings. You get a worm sort of shocked and appalled and closes the curtains as you pass through.
You catch him just coming out of the shower
Yeah.
or something.
But you've managed to make your way through and get get through the pass. The rest of you are sort of able to go through.
Da-da-dam.
One of my favourite things here is that there is a literal city of worms and you are still called just Mrs. Worm.
Yeah.
It's like being called Mrs. Human.
Yes.
I mean, I married into the worms. It's a very prestigious family.
Were you a worm before?
The New Hampshire worms.
I mean, I was a worm, but I wasn't a worm.
Is there a difference between those two words?
Yes. But I'll have you know my maiden name is very private to me.
Well, that's a capital letter, doesn't it?
But the mayor sort of looks after you, twirls his moustache once more, as is his wont, and says, I do wish you luck going to the Goblin City. It's not a patch on our city, much less welcoming. But,
That's true.
you be careful out there.
How much less welcoming are we talking? Are we talking like impolite, or are we talking spikes and traps and monsters and death and horrible things?
Well,
Is there a difference between those things?
Yes, there is.
Ah.
I'm sure this fellow will be able to fill you in.
Right.
Mrs. Worm, are you... you appear to still be on this cat's shoulder.
Oh. Sorry, but a sore throat there. Guess I'm going on a journey.
You want to come? We can put you back, or you want
Mr.
your
Worm.
tea set?
Yes, my dear.
I'll be back for 2.
I'll put... Oh.
Oh no.
Tell you what, I'll get started on some scones, and we'll work it from there.
I'll see if I can find some traffic jam.
Oh, that'd be glorious.
You said the Goblin King has all sorts of stuff, right?
Yeah,
Well, maybe you've got some traffic jam.
probably.
Maybe a tea set, even if it's not yours. He's got lots of stuff. He's probably got a tea set.
And only that girl who broke our house was going up to the city, so maybe she left it on the way.
Who broke your house? Was she big?
Huge.
Shrugs. With tiny little arms. Stubby arms.
She can break houses. I feel like she could break us.
I'm big.
Yeah.
That's true. You'd be hard to break. I
You're
think.
small.
Yes.
Yes.
She's smaller. I gesture at the worm on my shoulder.
Small.
Very small.
Big.
Glad we've established this.
We're actually
Was
sitting
helpful.
in character height order as well.
Oh, yeah.
We are. I have to imagine that I'm talking to you like this, because I feel like this will get tiresome for
Yeah.
cameras. So
Thanks for watching our video. If you'd like to learn more, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. You can also like and subscribe to be told when we've released new videos.
Come join our band of privateers at Flintlocks and Fireballs, a British 5th edition D&D actual play podcast in the unique Napoleonic setting of Calcinia. Follow our halfling gundad, anachronistic rock star, and sugar-fueled child sorcerer as they sing original sea shanties, topple governments, haggle with hags, and weep bitter, bitter tears. New episodes every Tuesday.